Hello, Amy and Mrs. Annie. How have you been? We're fine, Dr. Eva, but I'm worried about my mom. I don't think she's been following the diet plan we discussed last time. Is that true, Annie? What's been happening? Well, I've been trying, but it's tough to keep up with all these restrictions, Doctor. Dr. Eva, I've noticed she's been eating a lot of vegetables we thought were good for her. But I read somewhere that not all vegetables are beneficial for diabetics. Can you please explain that to her? She might understand better hearing it from you. Sure, Amy. That's true. While vegetables are generally healthy, some have higher starch content, which can affect blood sugar levels. So, it's important to consume in moderation if you have diabetes. Oh, really? So which vegetables should I avoid? I'm glad you asked. I'll share why these 7 vegetables should be avoided for diabetics like you. And you must try to avoid or limit their intake as much as possible. From sweet potatoes to corn, these veggies can negatively affect your blood sugar levels. Did you just mention potatoes, Doctor? I think we might have a problem because my mom has been eating a lot of sweet potatoes lately, thinking they were good for her diabetes. But now, I'm worried since you mentioned sweet potatoes as one of the veggies to watch out for. Sweet potatoes are often considered a healthier option, but when it comes to diabetes, we have to be very careful. If I may ask, how have you been preparing them, Annie? I usually bake or roast sweet potatoes. Baking or roasting sweet potatoes increases their glycemic index or GI levels to about 94, like instant rice. This can cause blood sugar spikes, especially for diabetics. What's glycemic index, doctor? It measures how fast food can increase your blood sugar or glucose levels. And GI is mainly found in carbohydrate-containing foods. Oh, so, doctor, are there any sweet potato varieties that are better for me? Yes, orange and purple sweet potatoes are the best options. Purple sweet potatoes, for example, are high in anthocyanins, which may help improve insulin resistance. Japanese sweet potatoes are also a good choice, as they contain kyopo, which could aid in managing blood sugar levels after meals. Great! So, how can we cook these sweet potatoes to reduce the glycemic index, doctor? Boiling is the best cooking method. It keeps blood sugar levels in check much better than frying, roasting, or baking. However, aim for around 30 minutes of boiling to lower the glycemic index to about 46. And don't peel the sweet potatoes, as the skin adds fiber that helps manage blood glucose levels. Okay! The next worst vegetable for diabetics is leeks. This veggie is often considered nutritious, but requires careful attention for diabetics due to its carbohydrate content, with around 14 grams or 0.070 cups of carbs per 100 gram or 0.42 cups serving and minimal dietary fiber. They can cause blood sugar spikes. I eat leeks quite often. I had no idea. In addition to their carb content, leeks contain fructans, a type of carbohydrate that can cause gas and bloating in some people. This can complicate digestive health, especially for those who are sensitive. Oh, I see. What should I eat instead? A good alternative would be onions or shallots. They can provide similar flavors in your cooking, but are more favorable for managing diabetes. All right, doctor. Another worst vegetable is parsnips. While it's often praised for its sweetness and versatility in cooking, parsnips pose a particular challenge for those managing diabetes. How? They look so much like carrots. Aren't they as beneficial as carrots? No, Amy. Despite their resemblance to carrots and parsley, parsnips are different. They're higher in carbs and sugars than many realize, with a small cup serving having as much as 24 grams of carbs and 6 grams of sugar. This can rapidly increase blood glucose levels. which is not ideal for diabetes management. Wow, interesting. I suggest substituting parsnips with spinach. Unlike parsnips, spinach is very low in carbohydrates, but high in a wide range of nutrients including iron, magnesium, and vitamins A, C, and K. I like spinach, and it sounds like a smart swap. Like parsnips, broad beans might seem healthy, but they're not ideal for diabetics. Broad beans? I thought all beans were good because of their fiber content. You're right, Amy. Beans are generally loaded with fiber and protein. However, broad beans particularly carry more calories and carbs compared to other varieties. Just a cup can contain about 9 grams of sugar and 88 calories. 88 calories in 1 cup? That does seem quite high, doesn't it? Absolutely, especially for those managing diabetes. With the sugar and calorie content, broad beans can cause spikes in blood sugar levels, emphasizing the need for moderation. One high-carb root vegetable you should also try to avoid or limit is yam. Really? Yes, just 3/4 cup of yam has a glycemic load of 9.3, making it less than ideal for those managing high glycemic load, as it can lead to blood sugar spikes. Interesting. Although yams contain beneficial nutrients like fiber and minimal sugar, a cup of yam packs around 42 grams of carbohydrates, which isn't too good if you want to control your blood sugar levels. So, what alternatives do you suggest instead of yams, Dr. Eva? You can choose any of the healthy sweet potato options we discussed earlier instead of yams. And always remember, moderation is important when eating. Try to keep the portion of high-carb vegetables small to effectively control your diabetes. Okay. That reminds me. Doctor, what do you think about vegetable juice? My friend suggested blending different types of vegetables and drinking them on days when I don't feel like eating them cooked. Is that a good idea? Well, it's not as simple as it sounds. Sure, vegetable juice can provide plenty of vitamins and minerals, but it may not be as beneficial as eating whole vegetables. This is because juicing often removes a lot of the fiber, which is important for controlling blood sugar levels. But why? Alright, let's lay it out simply. When you juice vegetables, their glycemic index increases compared to eating them whole. This happens because the fiber in whole vegetables acts as a brake, slowing down the rate at which sugar enters your bloodstream. This not only helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, but also promotes better digestive health. So, you mean drinking vegetable juice isn't as beneficial as eating the actual veggies? Exactly, Annie. It's important to include whole vegetables in your diet to ensure you're getting enough fiber. Oh, now I understand. I guess I'd have to skip my friend's suggestion then. Speaking of suggestions, I also want to warn you about another common vegetable, corn. While corn is indeed nutritious, providing fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, it needs careful attention for diabetics because of its carbohydrate content. Okay, how much corn can I have? For diabetics, aiming for around 200 grams or 1.6 cups of carbohydrates daily is key. Fresh, frozen, or low-sodium canned corn is best. It's important to incorporate corn into your meal healthily, like enjoying grilled corn on the cob or adding it to salads. What about popcorn? Is it a good snack? Absolutely. Air-popped popcorn is a healthy choice, but avoid fatty or sugary toppings. Stick to plain for diabetes management. So, we can still enjoy corn and popcorn, but we need to be mindful of the portions and how we prepare them. Exactly, Amy. It's all about making informed choices and finding a balance that works for your diabetes management. I'm here to help you through this journey. Thanks, Dr. Eva. We'll make sure to follow your advice. Right, Mom? Right, Amy. Thank you, Dr. Eva. You're the best.